Hey yogis and yogis, welcome to Yogana. My name is Anna. Today we're going to be doing a flow for the feet and ankles. So our shoes like to close up our feet all day long, so those little muscles get really tight. So this is going to be pretty tender and challenging just to reopen those muscles. But we'll go ahead and hop onto our mats and get started. So let's go ahead and begin in a staff posture. So extending the legs all the way, moving the glutes out of the way so that you're sitting on the fronts of the sits bones. And we'll find a nice tall spine. So rolling the shoulders back down the spine, imagining there's something on the top of your head, pulling yourself up really nice and tall. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and ground the hands beside us so that we feel a little bit more stable here. And then just start to light up the thigh on the right side, lifting that right heel a little bit, just hovering over the mat. And then just find some ankle rolls here. So just moving one direction, just drawing little circles with your toes. Switching directions, maybe feeling some pops and cracks in the ankles, just moving energy along. Good, nice and strong. Maybe you feel those muscles all in your leg working already. Good, we'll switch to the other side. So just lowering down that right heel and then lighting up that left thigh as you let that left heel hover. Making those circles again, one direction. Good, and then switching directions. Nice, and then when you feel balance on both sides, we'll just lower down both heels, spin the legs all the way behind us, and then move into a kneeling plantar stretch. So finding tabletop, knees are about hips distance wide, the wrists are underneath the shoulders. We're just gonna tuck the toes here so that all of the toes are touching the mat. So walking the hands back, maybe you need to adjust and grab onto those little pinky toes and make sure that even those toes are grounded. So really open in the bottoms of the feet. Good. Stay here, keep the hands planted if this feels like really intense on the arches already. Or if you need something a little bit more, you want to challenge, see if you can walk your hands up the knees as you really just kind of let the weight fully open up in the toes. So this is really, really tender, so just being careful here, making sure you don't cramp up at all. If it feels really painful, just slowly come out of it, no jolting. But otherwise, just use your breath to really focus in and see if you can challenge yourself to just stay here for a few breaths. Really giving your feet some extra love, that strength in the ankles, feeling here with your breath. Whew, really intense. All right, we'll slowly make our way out of it. So walking the hands back down onto the mat if you haven't already. Walking them forward and then very slowly unwinding the toes one at a time. Coming onto the tops of the feet. Good. And then just finding child's pose here. So letting the knees come out wide, the big toes are gonna come together. Hips are gonna sink over the heels. Arms extend. And then you should feel that reclosing of the feet. Just breathing fresh blood into the arches of the feet and the tops of the feet. And then we'll start to deepen the breath as we make our way back up into tabletop. Separate the big toes so that knees and toes are hips distance again. And then we're just going to tuck the toes again. Start to hover the knees off of the mat, so light up the core. And then from here, we're just gonna activate the core, keep the hips level, and then start to reach forward with the right hand. Good. Lower down that right hand, switch sides, reach forward with the left hand. And lower down that left hand, press the hips high, find down dog. If you want to pedal it out a couple times or just use your breath to warm up the backs of the knees, just listen to your body here. Notice how tight you might be feeling today with no judgment. Good, and we'll just start to slowly tippy toe ourselves up to our hands. So just taking a baby step forward with the right foot, and then that left foot just follows, just really, really baby steps. So slowly, 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 maybe starting to eventually lower down that heel, and then start to feel that stretch, that deep stretch in the backs of the hamstrings. So slowly walking forward, eventually coming up to meet your hands and hanging out here. Grabbing opposite elbows and releasing the head, shaking up the head, yes and no. Backs of the knees start to open up, the hips, the low back. Releasing the hands, ragdolling yourself up. And rolling the shoulders back, palms face forward. Good. From here, we're just going to heel toe the feet out nice and wide. So finding a Malasana squat. We're going to drop the hips low as we bend in the knees. Maybe come up onto the toes if the backs of your legs just aren't meant to lower down the heel. But if you do have that option, maybe lower down the heels, either on, if you have like a blanket or a pillow, you can let the heels kind of rest on to really make this more effortless and work those muscles. Otherwise, just drop the hips low. Palms come together at prayer so that the knees are being pressed open with the elbows. Good. From here, we're just going to find a half bind. So reaching that left hand around that left knee, reaching back, grabbing onto the hands with that right hand. Or if this is just not an option for you, if you have a strap or some kind of shirt to grab onto or a towel, this can be good to work towards grabbing those fingertips. But otherwise, an option is to just find a twist. You'll get that same benefit. So open up with that right arm, keep the left hand planted. Good. This posture really gets you deep into the ankles, just releasing there. We'll make our way back through center wherever you're at. Take the hands through center, lift the hips high, straighten through the knees, and heel to the feet in. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms high. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, giant step back with the right foot, landing in pyramid pose. So feet are on two separate planks here. Right toes aiming towards the top right corner, left toes aiming towards the front. We're going to reset the spine, so find a half lift. And then exhale, refold. Release in the head. Another really great ankle strengthener. It's almost like you're on a balance beam, holding really steady with the feet. Option to stay here or find a twist. Left hand goes to the back of the low back or reaches high. Stacking the shoulders. Just gets you a lot deeper into that left hamstring. But wherever you're at, whatever variation you found for pyramid, it's beautiful. Exhale, we're going to unwind, lower down that left hand, soften in that left knee, giant step back, landing on the right toes. And then come to the other side. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Lower down, press the shoulders forward. Knees, chest, chin, or bent elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the heart. Find up dog. And then exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, tippy toe or float. We're gonna find our way up to the front of the mat. And then heel toe the feet out wide again. Find Malasana squat. Toes go to the corners. Sink the hips low. Palms come together at prayer. And then open up on the right side. So if you just want to lower down the right hand, reach high with the left hand, or start to reach behind that right knee, grabbing onto the fingertips with the left hand. And slowly unwinding here. Wherever you're at, bring the palms through prayer center. And then lift the hips, straighten through the knees, heel to the feet in. Giant step back with the left foot. Landing on the heel, the full left foot is on the ground here, but those feet are on two separate planks again. So we'll reset the spine again. So half lift, flat back, make a little tabletop with your spine. And then refold, exhale. Inhale, stay here, or start to reach up with the right hand or plant it on the sacrum, the low back. Good. We'll slowly unwind if you found the twist. Lower down the right hand, soften through the right knee, and land on those left toes. Find the low lunge. And make your way back into a down dog. Right foot goes back to meet the left. Move through an optional float or just press the hips high. We'll meet in down dog. Good. Tippy toe up halfway on the mat. And then we're just going to come into a little ball, make our way down. So come onto the tippy toes, drop the hips, and then roll on to your back. Massage out the spine a couple times, rocking and rolling. Good. And then landing on your back. Finding happy baby. Grab the outsides of the feet and then roll side to side, extending that right leg out beside you as you roll to one side, and then roll to the other side and extend the left leg, getting deep into the hamstring. Good. From here, we're gonna make our way back up into a comfortable seat. So just rocking and rolling once, coming into a butterfly posture. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees out wide, and massage out the feet. So really getting into that big muscle in the arch of both feet, massaging there underneath the ball of the foot, the big toe, just anywhere that feels really, really sore. Maybe even going up into the shins, the calves. It's all connected. Good. You're welcome to keep massaging if you want, or even put the fingers in between each toe if that's an option. But this option is really, really intense. So just see if that feels good. If it doesn't, just leave the hands on the feet and fold yourself forward. Heart melts over the feet. Pull the chest towards your toes. Roll the shoulders down the spine. Get deep into the hips. And breathe. Okay, and on the next inhale, we'll make our way back up. So lifting the heart up, rolling the shoulders back, knees come back together. And that's all I have for you today. Hopefully your feet feel nice and loved. So remember to always give your feet that extra support since they support you all day. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video and feel great, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next flow.